So what is the surprise that you don't see coming? We have trust. I am safe, I am secure, in love I trust, my faith endures. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have chain. There is a chain of events that will affect your life. We have money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. We have the Knight of Wands, and we have authenticity. Who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. For many of you, if you can trust that you have what it takes, and whether that is a certain talent, a certain skill set, or just the work ethic or the audacity to go after what it is that you want to do. Because with this Page of Pentacles, there's something in your career, something in your professional life where you're like, I want to do that. You know, maybe it's a side hustle, a business, an idea. You want to get the ball rolling. You know, with this pentacle, it looks like the kitty cat's like pushing it. Like, I want to get started on this. And I think that if you can find it within you to be brave enough, because the Knight of Wands, that's not someone who's overthinking it. That's someone who's taking action. And so if you get, you know, like I said, if this pentacle is like getting the ball rolling, if you knock over that first domino and you decide, I'm going to take a step towards this, that will initiate a chain of events in your life that will open up this money path to you. And I think you will be surprised by your own success. Because as the Page of Pentacles, you're not seeing yet your capacity to get to a King or Queen of Pentacles. You're not seeing that within you. But you need to trust that you do have this potential. If you are authentic to what you really want to do, if you're true to yourself. There's a whole money path here. There's a whole ability to earn a different stream of income that's in alignment with what you truly want to do. And I think even as you're starting this thing, and some of you may have already started, you know, all of you are in different, places in this journey, right? Not all of you watching are in the exact same stage here, but I think it's going to surprise you even as you get started. You may not realize this potential. You may start something as a side project, just as like a fluke, you know, like, well, let's just see what happens with this without having any great expectations about it. So let's just say, for example, maybe you have always wanted to be a writer. And so that money path has just been sitting dormant for such a long time. And you decide, you know what, I'm just gonna sit down and just see what I can do. And so maybe you write a short story and you don't have really any expectations for it, but you submit it, to a contest, you submit it to a magazine, it gets published, someone reads it, an agent sees it, they contact you, they think this could be turned into a novel. It's just like one small step that you're taking. I'm just going to sit down and write and see what comes out. Can unlock an entire chain of events to open up a whole new stream of income for you that is authentic to something you've really wanted to do for a long time. Your guides are saying, trust that if you start this, if you take one step, if you get the ball rolling, there will be that domino effect. There will be a chain of events that opens up this money path. If you have faith, if you trust yourself, you can do it. And I think it's going to surprise even you. This requires you to take an action. It requires you to take a step. But I think it's going to amaze you what a small amount of initial effort can end up creating in your life. That's the surprise. And so if you haven't started it yet, I urge you to do so. And if you have started this process, I urge you to keep going. But it's about to be like a really exciting time for you. But there is a need for you to trust the process and know that this money path is there for you. It's your path. It's meant for you. With the authenticity card, this is your path. This Knight of Wands is facing this money path. It is meant for you. All right, that concludes your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope it brought you some comfort. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, or subscribing. Hitting the notification bell lets you know whenever I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to watch the ads. I know they can probably be a little bit annoying, but you can always mute them and just have them on in the background. So I really appreciate anyone who does that as well. I also want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has watched the ads already, been a regular viewer, donated on Venmo, tipped with Superthanks, or just commented or liked a video. It means the world to me and to Miss Gracie, of course. I'm wishing everyone the best as always. Please take care, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Group 2, welcome to your reading. So we're starting off here with the King of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands. We have prosperity. As this tree grows strong, so fine, so may I prosper from the universal divine. We have clouds here, temporary problems. We have, sorry, there's like cat fur. We have I, psychic ability, trust your intuition, and we have basket, recognition, and reward for merit. I don't want you to be concerned about this temporary problems card. I feel like for a lot of you, this is what is already happening for you, or it will be happening soon, these temporary problems, because I feel like your tarot here, and by the way, you could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, or those could be dominant energies in your birth chart. They don't have to be though. I feel like with your tarot here, this Ace of Wands is coming to you to help you get out of these temporary problems. This Ace of Wands is the solution. And with this King of Wands, you are seizing this opportunity from the divine. You see on your prosperity card, it says, so may I prosper from the universal divine. The universe is helping you out of this. So when these temporary problems come up, it doesn't feel like it in the moment, but those temporary problems are setting you up for success. Those temporary problems are a blessing in disguise because they are helping you to see what isn't working, and the universe is giving you an opportunity to get out of that particular situation. And you know, the circumstances are going to vary for all of you. But with the King of Wands, I can say, you're going to seize that opportunity. So whatever it is, you're going to intuitively know this is my chance. This is my way out of this. And with the basket card here and prosperity, yeah, it does take some work, like you have to do the work to seize this opportunity to, essentially make lemonade from lemons, but that's what you're doing. So, you have these lemons that have come into your life with these temporary problems. You make a lemonade, you open up a lemonade stand, and you make some money. I mean, you're finding prosperity. You're finding, public recognition. You are being rewarded for your efforts here. You are turning, lead into gold, essentially. I've never said that expression before. That's why I hesitated. I was like, what? But that's the phrase that entered my mind. But yeah, making lemonade from lemons. I'm a little bit spacey this morning because I stayed up late reading a book and then I finished it this morning while I was drinking my coffee. And I love to read, but I've been in a reading slump for a minute. And so I have like a book like hangover right now. Like half my mind is still in that story, but it's just, I'm sorry if I sound a little bit spacey. But yeah, I'm very excited for you because again, like I know it's going to feel like a blessing in disguise. These temporary problems are going to be an inconvenience, but I feel like it's honestly in your best interest, And I think it's one of those things where hindsight is 20/20. I feel like you're going to look back on this and say, man, I'm so glad that stuff came up, because if it didn't, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. So, it's really going to benefit you in a lot of ways. You're going to find prosperity through these challenges. It's like, well, thank goodness those other things fell through. Thank goodness that didn't work out. Thank goodness I encountered those roadblocks because it put me in a much better path. Like they say, rejection is God's protection. So these temporary problems could be a closed door for some of you. Like maybe you were hoping to get a certain job and you don't get it. And you start to freak out, like, oh no, like I thought for sure I was going to get that job. But the divine knows more than us. So maybe you not getting that job sets you up for a much better opportunity. Maybe that job was going to be something that you ended up hating, or where, they kind of lied about what the responsibilities were, or the compensation wasn't what they made it out to be. And so you encountered that closed door because it wasn't your door, it wasn't your path, it wasn't your opportunity. Sometimes we encounter roadblocks or challenges because we're on the wrong path. And so like I said, ultimately these temporary problems are benefiting you, and it's going to surprise you how this all turns out, because when those temporary problems hit, you're going to be upset for a minute. You're going to be frustrated for a minute. But ultimately, the reward is so great. And it's a big thing because we have recognition here. So this is a level of success that other people see. And this is a reward for your hard work and for your efforts and for your faith and your intuition and your trust through all of this. And with it being, it says, as this tree grows strong and so fine, this is going to be something that sets you up for long-term abundance, long-term prosperity. Because it's a tree, like that tree is going to bear fruit every year, each harvest season. So it's not just, okay, I'm going to get some temporary money from this. It's going to be something that continues to, allow you to prosper over time. And, prosperity isn't just money, right? But for a lot of you, that very well could be what this is. But whatever is going to make you feel prosperous. success that other people can see and recognize. It's going to be tangible. These aren't just, internal rewards. Self-development is always awesome, but this is more than that. This is external reward. And I did get some extra cards for you all when I saw these, when I saw this temporary problems card, just to give you some advice on how to handle this situation when it comes to be. So we have set yourself up for success. We have prepare. You see the kitty making the biscuits. We have you are important. You are seen, visible. And we have take a leap of faith. Have trust. So I definitely feel like that trust card is this I card, trusting your intuition, trusting yourself, being brave. That leap of faith is going to be that Ace of Wands coming into your life and that opportunity kind of just falling into your lap and you needing to say yes to it. So I think you're going to intuitively recognize when that Ace of Wands comes in as like, this is my opportunity, this is my chance, this is my gift from the universe, this is my way out. And you're going to take that leap of faith. You're going to be brave with the King of Wands. The King of Wands is, the bravest, just the bravest card I can think of in the tarot, other than maybe the Strength card. Or, I guess you could say the Fool card too, but I feel like the Fool card speaks more to optimism than bravery, but yeah. And with the you are important, you are seen, visible, that's this recognition card here, right? Through this process, your value is going to be seen, but I feel like the advice here is for you to recognize that value within yourself first. So you need to see your potential to achieve this prosperity before others do. Other people are going to see it and recognize it when you're at the finish line doing your victory lap, but you need to believe in yourself. You need to see that vision before you actually get there. So you need to believe in yourself without needing that external validation, because you're not going to get that external validation until you're at the victory line. And we'll set yourself up for success, prepare. That's going to look a lot different it's going to look different for all of you in terms of what you practically need to do. But I think mental preparation is a big part of this. Mentally preparing yourself. If there are any feelings of like imposter syndrome, any fear of change, any self-doubt, insecurities, self-confidence issues, that's where you can focus your attention when these temporary problems come up. That way you can be brave enough to step into that King of Wands energy and do what you need to do when that Ace of Wands comes in. All right, that concludes your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope it brought you some comfort. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, or subscribing. Hitting the notification bell lets you know whenever I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to watch the ads. I know they can probably be a little bit annoying, but you can always mute them and just have them on in the background. So I really appreciate anyone who does that as well. I also want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has watched the ads already, been a regular viewer, donated on Venmo, tipped with Superthanks, or just commented or liked a video. It means the world to me and to Miss Gracie, of course. I'm wishing everyone the best as always. Please take care, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Okay, group 3, welcome to your reading. I will tell you, this feels like a rough one. And some of you may hear that and just click off. Personally, I would rather know what is coming. But I don't want you to worry too much. I mean, we even have the whale card here that says great worry over nothing. So let that be reassurance to you before we get into all of this, because you're going to be like, whoa, what's happening? What's going on? So we have the Emperor. We have the Two of Swords. We have divine guidance. Whispers from beings who shine. Let their message be clear and kind. We have broken ring. Parting of the ways in either romance or business. We have finger. Warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. We have horseshoe, we have good luck. We have rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. We have dog, far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. We have the whale card, great worry over nothing. We have bear, danger, especially in money matters. We have axe, forces working against you. We have tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. And hills, obstacles to overcome. So if we organize all of these messages, I think the biggest thing here with divine guidance is to know that you are divinely protected through all of this. Spirit is sending you signs. Spirit is sending you guidance to help you through this. Spirit is helping to build you up to this Emperor. This Emperor is the energy you need to be in. And with the Two of Swords here, I think that this is more than just one situation where you're going to have to make some tough decisions. You're going to have to make some tough calls. There's some things in your life that need to be tidied up. And these are all choices that you have to make through your intuition, connecting to your divine guidance, because you need that divine support. Because we can see through your tea leaf cards here, there's some people, there's some forces that don't have your best interests at heart. This rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross, they're not good for you, right? This broken ring, parting of the ways in either romance or business. Axe, forces working against you, danger, especially in money matters, bear. There's someone in your life, at least one person, that is taking advantage of you, that's not being honest with you. And that may be the unfortunate surprise that like, oh, this person I thought I could trust, I can't. And so there may be someone in your life that you have to distance yourself from, that you have to cut yourself off from, that you have to set boundaries with, that you need to come to the truth of who they are. And here's the thing, even though we have this warning of a problem, obstacles to overcome, forces working against you, we also have slowly but surely getting ahead and great worry over nothing. Here's the thing, your divine protection is so strong. Your inner guidance is so strong. You don't need to worry. What is done in darkness will always come to light. It may feel really sad in the moment when this truth of who this person is or who these people are, for some of you it's more than one person, when that comes to light, it may be really hurtful. But it's in your best interest to know who these people are or who this person is, to have that mask revealed as a mask and see their true intentions. And once that happens, they can't hurt you anymore. Once you see the truth of who they are, they can't hurt you anymore. Because you're so much better and greater and bigger than this small person. It may hurt again in the moment, but I think when you look back on this, they're just going to be an unfortunate footnote in your life. And this rooster person feels really petty to me. They feel really petty. And so with Horseshoe, like, luck is on your side. Fate is on your side. The universe is on your side. You have good karma. So you will get through this. And I think, you may be really worried or scared or upset or hurt in the moment. But ultimately, in the long run, it's not going to hurt you. Because you have so much divine protection. You have so much divine support. And with this dog far away, a distant friend is thinking of you, you do have support. Even if that support feels far away, you do have support. And you have a lot of spiritual support. So I wouldn't worry too much about this. Regardless of who this person or who these people are in your life that are not helping you, that are a bad influence, that don't have good intentions towards you, lying to you, betraying you in some way, whatever the situation is, when you look back on this, you're going to realize you didn't lose much. When you had to cut those people or that person out of your life with this broken ring card, you didn't lose much. They lost a lot because you were a good person in their life. And so again, you may be hurting in the moment, but when you look back on this, you're going to say, I didn't lose much. They lost me, but I didn't lose much. And I'm so much better for it. And I think that when you tidy up your life, when you cut out these negative influences, again, it may just be one person that's really negatively impacting your life without you, fully realizing it. It may be a group of people, it may be a certain social environment, but when you cut it out, you're gonna start to see like all of the ways that they were holding you back, all the ways that that negative energy was impacting your life. And so when it's gone, when it's removed, and we can do it right now. We remove the axe card, we remove the bear, we remove the hills, the finger, the broken ring. What are we left with? The rooster? It looks pretty positive now, doesn't it? Now we have good luck, we have a distant friend is thinking of you, we have great worry over nothing, and we have slowly but surely getting ahead. And when we realize how insignificant this person or these people are in the long run, just a sad, unfortunate footnote in our life, we have even more positivity. When we don't lie to ourselves and we're honest and we see the truth of who people are, and I feel like, intuitively you knew this, intuitively you sensed something was off with this person or this group of people, intuitively you knew on some level that they just weren't good for you. In whatever capacity this is, it could be in love, business, romance, family. But you knew deep down they were negatively impacting you. They were holding you back. They were undermining you in some way. Then you're left with so much positivity. The clouds can go away. The sun can come back in. And you can be in this emperor energy, which is so empowered, so strong. And I feel like, these people may have, or again, it may just be one person, may have really undermined your self-confidence to the point to where you didn't trust yourself to make decisions anymore. And maybe that was keeping you stuck and stagnant and anxious. When you remove that, you can start to make progress. You can start to move forward again. And again, luck is favoring you. Fortune is favoring you. Fate is favoring you. The divine is favoring you. You are highly favored. If you take away nothing else from this reading, you are highly favored. So don't worry about it. I think when I first started to learn about the law of attraction and the power of thinking, I used to get super scared and paranoid that if people were having negative thoughts about me, if people were wishing bad things upon me, that it would come true. Because I did have some really negative influences in my life, and I knew that. Some of them were family. And I used to get super worried about it. And so I used to get the evil eye, I used to get crystals for protection, things like that, because I was freaked out about it. But I think I reached a point in my spiritual journey where I started to realize these people are so insignificant. If I think about the power of my spiritual team, if I think about the power of my guides, how in the world could their negative thoughts really touch me when I am so divinely protected? Why would I give more power to their thoughts about my life than I give power to my own thoughts? Why would I give all of that significance to the power of their mind rather than my own, rather than the divine protection of my spiritual team? And when I made that connection, I was no longer afraid. I was no longer worried about what other people were saying. Because sometimes I would even get really scared to share my dreams or my goals with certain people because I felt like their negative energy about it would color or somehow damage my ability to achieve said dream or said goal. And I do think, there is a benefit to keeping quiet about your dreams or your aspirations until you make progress, just because you don't want someone to undermine your self-esteem about it. But I think that when you reach a point of self-confidence within yourself, within the power of your spiritual team, within the power of your faith in yourself and the divine, and see yourself as a co-creator with spirit, the noise of everyone else's opinions about it and about you and your capacity to achieve what you want to achieve and go where you want to go, everyone else's sort of doubts around you, or everyone else's jealousy, or I don't know, it just fades to the background. It's just noise. It doesn't really matter. It only matters if you give weight to it. So stop giving weight to the opinions of other people about what you can achieve, about your decision-making process. You got to trust yourself. And I always say there's a connection between trusting yourself and trusting the divine. So you are going to get where you want to go. And I think that's going to be the biggest surprise of all is, when we cut out these negative influences, or we separate or distance ourselves from this person or these people that are negatively impacting our life. Even if it's just a mental separation, I'm not going to give weight anymore to what they think or say. Well, now we've really empowered ourselves. Now we have stepped into the emperor role. Now no one is going to hold us back anymore, least of all ourselves. Okay, group 3, now we'll just end your reading with some advice from Spirit. We have pay attention to your thoughts, reflect. We have visualize, see yourself in your happy place. Allow yourself to love and be loved, connect. Be inspired by nature, observe. And focus on what fulfills you with realize. So with this reflect and visualize cards here, this is really what we've already been talking about. Giving less weight to the opinions of others and more weight to your own ability to visualize and see yourself achieving and living the life that you want. And so see yourself in your happy place, Don't be afraid to have hope. Don't be afraid to imagine the best case scenario coming into fruition in your life. Don't be afraid to visualize your dreams coming true, you achieving your goals, things working out in your favor. And just because you have had, one negative person or a group of negative people in your life doesn't mean that you won't find that positive support system that you need, because everyone needs support. We're social creatures, right? And so know that that's possible. And I think seek that energy out. Just because you've had to cut out or distance yourself from certain people or one particular person doesn't mean you then need to guard and close yourself off to any type of social connection. So still keep your heart open, because there are good people who do want to genuinely support and love you. And you may already have those connections in your life, and you just need to nurture those connections and separate yourselves from the negative influences. And with this, be inspired by nature. I think pay attention to the cycles of the moon. Pay attention to the seasons. Pay attention to how nature is in of itself, a force. How nature is constantly transforming, and see that you have the same capacity to transform. You have the same capacity to create beautiful change within your life. You have the capacity to go through tough cycles, but you also have the capacity to be in a good cycle and enjoy that and cherish it. And focus on what fulfills you. Focus on what you do want rather than what you don't want, essentially here. So I think appreciate the power of your own mind. And give yourself permission and freedom to hope, to believe that you can do it. All right, that concludes your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope it brought you some comfort. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, or subscribing. Hitting the notification bell lets you know whenever I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to watch the ads. I know they can probably be a little bit annoying, but you can always mute them and just have them on in the background. So I really appreciate anyone who does that as well. I also want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has watched the ads already, been a regular viewer, donated on Venmo, tipped with Superthanks, or just commented or liked a video. It means the world to me and to Miss Gracie, of course. I'm wishing everyone the best as always. Please take care, and I hope to see you in my next reading.